Hi, Alex from Proactive here, Proactive Accounting. Just want to talk a little bit about company structures. There's a lot of companies around who have a solitary director, single shareholder type company. And this is largely comes about either, when people start a company before they have a family. It could also be because in terms of liability, there's no reason why you'd want too many directors, because directors, eventually, there's no real benefit to being a director. It's more risk than anything else. So a lot of companies are set up with a company just with a single director, and invariably they're single shareholders as well. There is, however, a bit of a danger with it from another perspective, and it's one that you're not really likely to think of at the time, because when we start out and we're younger and all, we normally consider ourselves a bit of a bit invincible, as opposed to when we get older and we start realizing that maybe we're not. So there's an inherent risk if something was to happen to a single director company. Maybe they pass away or they lose capacity or something like that. You're going to end up with this company that doesn't have no management, whatever. Now, if you think about it, say the company employs people, it's a successful company. The husband is the director typically, with a wife who might be a homemaker, and they employ a few people and all that. And then one day something happens and this director, the sole director, gets taken out of the picture. Now you can see what could happen here. The bank, for example, that's running the bank account probably has that person as the signatory or the authorizer for all payments and things like that. So suddenly there's wages to be paid. A couple of days later, there's no one to pay the wages because the director is incapacitated or is passed. So what do we do then? We say, okay, well, we need to appoint a new director. So who can appoint a director? The shareholders, obviously. So we go to the company record and we find, the shareholder is the deceased. Well, guess what? We don't have any shareholders who can make a decision to appoint a new director. So chances are we're going to have to apply to the courts to get someone appointed quite smartly, and it's likely to be the legal person or a representative or someone. However, it's a lengthy process. In the meantime, the bills aren't getting paid, the staff aren't getting paid, the income that was coming to that family would slow down because no one can take money out the bank account. So there's, the deceased or disabled or whatever you want to refer to person, incapacitated, can't draw down money because he's incapacitated. So we're now in that predicament. So the question would say, well, how can we prevent this? And the way I would go about this is setting up a line of succession. And you upgrade your company, you have what we call a successor director solution, whereupon there's a person appointed who's going to step in the shoes of that director in the event of something going wrong with that person. Now that could be a spouse, it could be a trusted family member or even a trusted friend, and that person is automatically appointed on the event that the existing director can't make decisions or run the company himself. And then of course it's a formality, just go to the ASIC form, appoint the director, and the company can continue to run. Bills can be paid because now we have an authorised person. So it's a bit of planning that probably needs to be thought of, and a lot of people don't think that far because we all think we'll live forever, and we don't think that something could go awry and we could need some backup for it. I mean, most people around, I mean, there's about 60% I think that don't even have a will, so they're not actually thinking as far as something going wrong with them. And that is something that needs to be done. We always like to say, oh, we hope nothing does, but essentially you need to hope for the best but plan for the worst, so that you are covered in the event that something goes a bit pear-shaped on you. So yeah, if you're in that situation or if you have any problem, feel free to get in contact. I'd like to talk to you about it and offer you some kind of solution upgrade to your company documents that would facilitate that kind of handover in the event that you're unable to run the company yourself for whatever reason that might be, and there could be numerous. So thanks for listening, and yeah, we'll speak again.